long the tunnel is inside the tornado, that's how fast the tornado will go. Sometimes some tornadoes die because the tunnels are not strong enough.
Oh my goodness, we have our future scientists here. So when you write your book and get famous, you can come back here to the Roselle Public Library and I'm going to let you do a program for me, okay? I said that here, okay? So you know a lot about the science, your favorite subject? I kind of knew that. What grade are you in? Third grade, and you know all that?
She passes me.
She what? She passes you? Wow, that's a lot for a third grade to know.
She's like in the same
You must come
class
to the
as
Roselle
her.
Public Library and read our books a lot, don't you? Say yes. Because people weren't prepared. Okay? Can someone share their experiences with Hurricane Sandy? My power was out, I think, a week. Okay? But because I've been doing Girl Scouting for 22 years, I went to my leader, yes, so I've done outdoor training, indoor training, so I went into my Girl Scout training mode, and I knew things to do to actually to keep myself safe. And I told my children to do it. So where are my Girl Scouts? Any Girl Scouts in the house? Okay, so I know that we do a lot of training and tell me what to do to stay safe, but finally, all those years of listening to different things in case something happens, I was able to use some of that knowledge and to keep myself safe and to keep myself safe. You said this is from the 70s, okay? The 60s. Okay, guys. This is, who wants to tell me what this is?
A radio.
This is a transistor radio, okay? And actually during Hurricane Sandy, I didn't use this one. I had another radio from Radio Shack. You just open this up and you put a battery in and then you're able to hear the news, okay? So actually, who said that? Someone said, what was the comment that you said? You asked about this trend. He didn't know this was a transistor radio, and he asked his sister, and she told him. And what did you say about the transistor radio? But what did you say? He said, does it only play music from the 80s? It's from the 80s, which I think is, that's a very funny comment. Okay, so you need something that you can put batteries in, because if you don't have any electricity, okay, now here's a boom box. I did find one downstairs, okay? So, if I don't have electricity, how am I going to hear the news and keep up with what's going on? So, batteries.
Those are huge.
I know. Right, these would be the D-cell batteries. I think it's 6 that you have to put in here, 4 or 6, okay? And you also have to make sure, and just another trick that I thought about while talking about this, and we do this with Girl Scouting, okay? Even flashlights. Now, if you need a flashlight, who has a flashlight in their house? You know where your flashlight is in case the power just happens to go off? Because you never know, somebody might, there might be a transformer that's down, and you might, okay, you can put your hands on, okay? So, not transformers like the books that I have, not those kind of transformers. It's like an electrical unit, and sometimes it powers different things. For the power for your electricity for your phones, for the television. So in case that might go out on the grid, which had happened here in Roselle once, it went down, and actually they didn't have power here in the library as well, and a few other blocks around here. So this is your flashlight, okay? So what you can do is, and I took the batteries out because they had corroded. Now, when you have 2 batteries for the flashlight, you put one in the right way and turn the other one in the opposite way. And that way you're not using it up in case you accidentally, because most of the time you always end up leaving it on. So if you put one the right way, or just put them both the opposite way. So when you go to use it, I don't have it in here now, it'll be working, okay? So that's very important. Okay, so how many of us have a flashlight? We're gonna make sure. Oh, you all have flashlights? Okay. Okay, so that's one of the things that you should have in your kit. And everyone, like I said, will get one of these booklets before you leave. So these are some things that you can put in your child kit. You have to have your batteries, and these are for the children. And you also make sure you put a goodie bag of snacks. And these are things that you guys can do, okay? So you put some fruit snacks, and always use plastic bags, because if it's inclement weather, if it's raining or something, everything will be nice and dry. And we also want to make sure we always have fresh breath. That's very important. When all else fails, just make sure you brush your teeth and away. Oh my goodness, one main thing I'm missing on my table. This is my bottle of water. I think I drank it on the way here. Okay? But you also make sure you have water. Okay. And also you might need some what? Money. You need some money, okay? So just in case, okay, it's only $2 and some change, but just in case you might need to go somewhere, because Those of us sometimes that use our debit cards and we don't keep cash, see, I keep cash all the time, I always have emergency money. You always need to have some emergency money because if there's no electricity, you can't go to the ATM and get money from the debit card, right? But you guys okay? You also make sure you have a blanket. And yes, this is my blanket. I work with children, so I get to have, yes, I like to do all of them. So have a blanket so you can stay nice and warm, okay? And you also, a change of clothing, okay? These are things that you can have packed and have it in a shopping bag in your room and put everything, like I said, in a plastic bag because what? Why do you need the plastic bag?
So it don't get wet.
So it doesn't get wet. Gosh, excellent. And what else? Oh, okay. Well, this is more for the grown-ups, but also make sure that you put your credit cards. You see what card I have in that purse, right? Okay. Actually, I have to load more money on the Dunkin' Donuts, but make sure you put your personal information, okay, in a plastic bag because most of the time people keep it in their cars. Actually, I just took this out of my car before you came, but put the information somewhere because if you have to leave your house and evacuate right away, do you think you have time to run? Oh my goodness, where's my money? Where's my Dunkin' Donuts card? Where's my debit card? You can't do that. When it's time to go, you have to go, okay? So that's one of the things. Those of us that may need medication, children and adults, okay? You should always, because this happened a lot during Hurricane Sandy, and I personally know this because I was actually driving around the borough with a couple of people, and we were checking on older people and making sure we were collecting cell phones, because here at the library, we actually had a charging station. So we went out and got chargers, and people were coming here to the library. There was a patron that lives across the street. She didn't have power for like, I think a month. I don't know what was going on over there, but she was here every day in our building. We were serving, I believe, hot cocoa and chocolate, and people were coming and charging their phones because a lot of people still didn't have electricity, okay? So that's another thing, to make sure your pills are nearby, because a lot of times people keep pills in different places, and if you have to go, you can't leave your medication behind. And also, some people, your medication has to stay in the refrigerator, but if you don't have electricity, and you can't keep your medication refrigerated, that could be a problem too, okay? Also, make sure you always have a pad and a pen and phone numbers, okay? Pad and a pen and phone numbers, so you'll be able to contact. So if you're trying to get in touch with other family members that might not live in the same town, or you want to check on grandma who lives across town, make sure you have their phone numbers, because if your cell phone is dead, and most people, how many people, I'm going to ask the adults, how many people know the numbers in your head of your family members and friends? I'm going to raise my hands. Oh, Miss Kathy too? Okay, you do? Because most people don't know. My daughters don't even. They have to look up everything. It's like, oh, I need that phone number. It's like, why don't you have it in your head? Because they have all those wonderful smartphones. The phones are so smart, you don't need to use your brain anymore. So I actually finally upgraded. I used to have a flip phone.